Hello, this is Martin from Soen, and you're listening to Sonic Perspective.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another interview of Sonic Perspectives. I'm Rodrigo, and my guest today is Martin López, the drummer of Swedish progressive rockers Soen. Martin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me once again.
Yeah, of course, we talk when every Soen new album comes out, and this time's no different. So, yeah.
Good, good,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Well, let's talk about the new one, Reliance, which came out on Friday, January 16th. Are you able to gauge the reaction of the fans so far? How's the reception to it been?
Yeah, well, actually, we yesterday we had a little some kind of event because we also have a short documentary coming out. So all of those people came there, and I got the opportunity to to reach out and see what people actually thought about the album, and it's good, man. I mean,
Yeah.
our albums are always been the band that because of the progression or the evolution we have made, there's of course people who want us to go back, and there's people who only wants to listen to the new stuff.
Yeah.
So it's always interesting to hear, what people feel about the album.
Yeah. Well, I was lucky enough to experience that in two environments because like as you know, I live in Canada in Toronto, but I flew to Rio right before Christmas and I had the album already and I listened to it under the sun and now here under the snow. So it's awesome. It's classic Soen for sure. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. I agree.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, it feels like an album about systems, political, technological, spiritual, and how people slowly surrender agency to them. Am I right in saying that? That's like the overarching theme of the album?
Yeah, I mean, we never go for the theme, but we always end up talking about, the things that we feel matter.
Hmm.
So it's very often is there, and the environment of the planet right now,
Yeah.
it's kind of giving us more lyrics than we have songs, man.
I was gonna say it's very prolific.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and on the album, you have the return of Stefan Stenberg on bass. Did this change the way that you guys wrote the album in any way? I mean, and what
Yes,
was the
it did.
rationale before for the return?
I mean, Stefan is even when he left the band, he's always been very close to us. He's a friend, or families are friends, or kids are friends.
Hmm.
And we always missed him. Not only the guy, I mean, the sound that he has, the way that he plays is part of the Soen identity somehow. So having him back just brought, I think, that bottom end and that depth that the music has. It's just, we really connect, and
Yeah,
even if we had Zlatojar was a fantastic bass player. Uh, with certain musicians, you just have a chemistry that is the magic of music, and we and I think you can really hear it in this album that is less. The album is just less mechanic. It's kind of bigger, and it grooves differently.
yeah, it really does. Yeah. Well, and I'm glad you're sticking with using only one name for each album and every song title. Who came up with this idea? Was that you or Joel or?
I think it was us together, and it just happened to be that we were writing lyrics, and just okay, these lyrics are about this, and then
Mhm.
trying to explain in a title what the lyrics were about, and we just felt, look, man, but we're not giving a chance to the actual lyric. Let's just give it a title, and let people dive in there, and find themselves what they feel we're talking about. And from then on, we just went for it, and now No, we can't change it. We can't
Right.
go back.
Is that a rule in the band, or is that a constraint that you guys added to yourselves, or?
It's not a rule, but it's kind of turning into one.
Right.
It's just be weird now if I come with a with a title that is
Yeah.
let's
Yeah. Rhyme of
involve
the Ancient Mariner.
Freudian.
All of a sudden. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we'll see,
Hmm.
rules are made to be changed. So
Okay. Yeah. And one of the singles, Primal, it talks about the division and suffocating grip that technology has on all of us, right? Like I'm speaking here with you, I have my phone right here next to me. At the same time, there's hope. I think the chorus is somewhat hopeful. Tell me about that track and what it means to you. I mean, do you feel trapped in your cell phone as well, or?
of course.
Yeah,
Not only myself, I think it's also the worry that this, this my kids have these phones, and in those phones you can find all these assholes like the what's the name of this guy, the Tate guy, and all of these
yeah.
weird.
Well, bullies, pedophiles, everything you name it, you have it right online.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, you can still kind of teach your kid
yeah, yeah.
to be smart in what they,
Look at,
to,
yeah,
to stay away from danger in
yeah,
that case. But it's a lot harder to explain to them that they shouldn't listen to some people because their words
yeah,
are hurtful.
yeah,
Lately there's a lot of this
yeah. You mean Andrew
self-proclaimed.
Andrew Tate, the guy from the UK?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
though, I mean
jeez.
that's lately. I have two boys in that
Mhm.
age where they start looking at a football game and then some gym stuff, and then suddenly there's some weird
Yeah,
self-proclaimed alpha male telling them how they need to live life to be
yeah,
happy, and it's so far from the truth. It's this: you shouldn't be vulnerable, and you gotta be strong, and you don't need anyone, and when you are strong and have money, all the girls will come running after you, and it's like,
yeah,
fuck me, that is into my house,
yeah.
and I can stop it. That's the technology that I'm scared of, man.
Yeah. Well, I just read something the other day about Netflix writing movies that are, more explanatory and that more like exposition
Yeah,
because
I
people
read
are
that
looking at their
today
phones and watching
because
movies.
they don't exactly, so they have to explain for well,
It
I don't
sucks,
know.
right? It sucks.
It sucks, but not everything is darkness, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I often gonna go back to this story that I don't know if it was in the 16, 1700s, that in Portugal there was a king that wanted to, he was extremely worried about people reading too much.
Mm.
So people were reading so much that he was worried that the youth, will grow weak and stuff. I try to see that as
Yeah.
a, maybe it's just a sign of the times, and we're old and we're worried, but uh, yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Well, let me ask you about Indifferent because it's one of the most beautiful songs in the band's entire discography. And I think it talks about a breakup. That's my interpretation anyway.
Yeah.
What was the feeling like when you guys were recording, especially when Joe was recording the vocals, which are quite emotional uh, in that song?
Uh, it was very, that's kind of the fun of being in the studio, all these different emotions that you go through when you really start putting down uh, the emotions on the songs.
Yeah,
Because you can write the song and you can say, oh, this part is heavy, and this one is emotional, and I love it. But then when you really gotta step into character to do your 100%, and I can just tell you, I was there, and the producer Alexander was there, and it was quiet, man. It was quiet, and it was beautiful and extremely sad.
hmm I bet. I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if, we've been working on that song for years now, 2 years, and then just
Hmm.
go through changing, doing this and that. But when you actually put it there, when Joel goes for it, it really moves you, man.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting to see how that is gonna work live, because I think it's gonna be hopefully one too many tears
Oh,
out
I
there
bet. Yeah.
on the crowd,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And let me ask you about Mercenary because on the lyrics you have, do you dare to bleed for your belief? It's powerful, but at the same time, it's an uncomfortable question, right?
Yeah.
What do you think it's like bleeding for a belief without, being extremist or empty virtue signaling?
Well, that's a little bit of what we're playing with there,
Hmm.
uh, and s- I think probably where some of us come from, and how we've been raised,
Hmm.
with politics or religion, and how you somehow can be born into something that you're supposed to be ready to go all the way for, but maybe you don't feel the same, and just want an open door to run away, and
Yeah.
it's a it's a very it's yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's just very truthful, and it makes you wonder, I think,
Yeah. Yeah.
how far would you take it?
Exactly. That got me thinking, bleeding for a belief. Is that from the extremist side? Is that, are you just showing off? Or is that
For any
like,
side,
uh,
are you, because we are not extremists, but are you ready to bleed to stop the extremists?
right, right. Got it.
Is that
Yeah.
that's also bleeding? It's more of a, I don't know. It kind
R-
of fits the shoe.
Right. Yeah. 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 Well, I'm glad. I like lyrics like that that leave a lot to interpretation, and every person can have their own image of what it represents. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And well, Velikor is one of the most unique songs you guys ever did. It's one of those that starts, delicately, and then it sort of builds into a crescendo kind of thing. It's one thing to do that in an epic prog song, but doing that under 5 minutes is a different challenge, right?
It is. I mean, you have less time to kind of to cook
Yeah,
things, to show
yeah.
parts. You
It's a
gotta,
steeper ramp, right?
but that's kind of the challenge that we're taking, right? Because
Mm.
normally, let's say we that song would have been 9 minutes if we wrote it in our first albums.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, but that is not a challenge anymore. We have done that. We want to try to get to the same point, to wake the same emotions and have the same touch the same buttons,
yeah,
but in less time. Which means that every part has to be better and everything has to be played in a certain way, and every performance has to have a dynamic that you don't need if you have all that time that you get up. Sure enough, it's kind of the challenge of writing songs that we really like, that
yeah,
some people
yeah.
hate.
Yeah, and I feel like on this time around, the songs are punchier and more to the point. Like a few albums ago, you had something like Martyrs, which, it develops over time and it's a longer song. It does have a punch and a chorus, but it has quiet moments as well. This time around, it's a little bit more direct. Was that by design or how you guys thought about it in the beginning of the writing sessions or?
No, we never have any plans. We just go for writing the best possible song, whatever the costs, and that's what we go for. Um, I think that because of the a little bit of because of the lyrical content,
Mm,
uh, some of it felt some of the songs we felt we gotta get. to the point, to keep, to keep the tension of the message on you. If we
Right.
had longer breaks, then you kind of lose the thread of what we were talking about, and some of that. I mean, that doesn't mean it's not a choice or something new that we you know we decided to do on the album. It's just how this album came out. Probably, or probably in the next album we'll see what feels right in that moment.
Okay. Okay. And I do have a question about the lyrical content. I mean, is that like a collaborative efforts that you guys do? Because where I'm coming from is Joe really seems connected to the lyrical content.
Yeah.
Does he have like the final say on the lyrical content? Because it's clear to me
Yeah,
that his delivery is very much connected to the message.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he needs to really, because he needs to get into the character,
yeah,
and I need to feel. So we very often write about things where we can connect on, things that we not only agree on, but also things we have gone through, both of us. And for him, it may be one memory, for me, a different memory, but we really got to connect there. And of course, he has the last word, because he's got to believe it. He's got to
yeah.
feel it to be able to
Deliver.
sing the way
Yeah,
that he does.
yeah, yeah. And of course, I've seen him live. It's very much in character, depending on the song. It's like his personality changes depending on the song. It's
Yeah.
very much like a play when you guys are, in your live setting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it is. I mean, we've been talking about it. I mean, it's. I mean, for us, we're a bunch of simple guys.
yeah,
Just the fact of going on stage with people paying a ticket and looking at you while you perform
yeah,
is already weird. Uh, so
yeah, yeah,
so just starting from there, we know that we gotta jump, into really going into every song, and really, feeling, not only acting, just uh, expressing whatever these songs make us feel.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. And well, the band has reached something that a lot of other acts can only dream of. You have like a small but very dedicated fan base. Do you think that was by accident or how you guys worked the name of the band, from the early start up until now? Is this something you guys aimed at? Because that's the sweet spot, right?
I honestly, I think the quality of the music we have been releasing for the last 15 years have taken us to have given us the success that we have, and I
Yeah,
see that as deserved, and it's I don't know, I don't like to say it's a blessing, because it's like a blessing is something that you don't work for, and we have worked a lot, and we have spent a lot of time away from our families, and we have really every time given 100% to give the best possible show to whoever comes to see us.
yeah,
We take it really seriously, and we are on tour all the time, and we see people getting drunk before stage, or taking it as a game, and for us is we are so grateful of being able to have these careers that we have.
yeah,
Uh, so
yeah.
so yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what.
Yeah, no, to me it's like when I say it's a sweet spot is because, you live off your art, of course, and you tour the world, but you're still able to go to the supermarket and not be bothered to like for autographs and selfies and stuff like that, right? So that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And for us, I mean, the biggest change is that we are able to invest in our music now.
Hmm.
We're able to spend more time in the studio. We are able to uh, sit and record 8 hours a day, write songs, be
Right.
creative, which is of course a dream come true. And at the same time, we don't have maybe the, I don't know, the responsibility. Single, my dog is out of. At the same time,
Cinco.
we don't have, yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have the responsibility that the huge bands have, economically and all of this
Yeah. Well,
circus of labels and whatever.
yeah. Contracts and obligations and loans and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah.
We still have, but I guess that when you reach a certain level, it must be really, really tough when it comes to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Training, yeah.
Yeah. Well, another positive sign is you're able to tour in North America. I think the first tour was like 2 albums ago, 2 album cycles ago,
Yeah,
but you managed to come to the continent quite often, right? And it's a challenging market, North America, to be able to book
it's tough. Yeah,
headlining tours, right? Yeah.
tough. And I gotta say this, it's not out, but we're coming back.
Okay.
We're gonna be there in March, actually. March,
Okay.
April.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, so far, I know you're preparing for a busy year, but so far there's only a handful of shows announced, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But I think we're starting in a few days. We're going to the 70 tons boat, and then we have a Scandinavian tour, and then we have the tour in the US, and then festivals, and then we'll most definitely do a European tour next year, South America. So yeah, we have a lot in the calendar, but that's what we want to do. We want to get
Yeah.
out there now and play these new fresh songs, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, last question for me is with 7 albums now in your catalog, we're getting to a point where people that don't know the band might ask where to start with your discography. What would you, my suggestion would be Tellurian, Lycaia, Lotus, and then the last two or three. What would be
Mm.
your suggestion to get to know the band?
I think it depends on the the kind of person that you are.
Right.
If you are into, because there's different vibes on many of our albums.
Yeah.
I would, of course, I think I would say start with the new one. Also, Lotus is a good start,
Hmm.
uh, and then go from there. But do you like ballads? Then you can just pick your favorites from every album. It's kind
Yeah.
of yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting question. I never thought about it.
Yeah.
But as it is today, I will say the new album because
Yeah. It's fresh in your mind. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and the production is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's miles ahead of anything else you've done for sure. Yeah. And well, I've been to both shows that you guys did here in Toronto. I look forward to the next one, and hopefully this time we'll be able to catch up.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
mean, if you show up early, we'll be there, and
Yeah.
let's have a Fanta or something.
Yeah, sure. I'll try and do that. All right.
Guaraná.
Yeah, Guaraná. Yeah, açaí.
Yeah,
All right, man.
perfect.
Thank you very much for the
Talking to you,
interview.
man.
We'll be in touch. Cheers.
Hey, cheers,
Bye.
bye bye.
Bye.